It is no longer news that using natural means, reversing diseases naturally, using natural foods is always the best and it's always the most sustainable. And so in this very video, I want to share 7 things that can hinder your reversal of that disease naturally, in case you are interested in reversing that disease through natural foods or using natural means. These are 7 foods categories that you need to stop. Some of them are even healthy foods. They may be healthy, but when you are dealing with diseases, trying to reverse them naturally, such as diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, stomach ulcers, and all such things we call disease, there are certain foods you must avoid at the moment. Number 1 is you must avoid them or reduce their consumption. If you can avoid them, better still. Number 1 is refined table salt. It's a stressor. These 7 foods are foods that I tag as stressors, natural stressors, in case you are managing any ailment. Refined table salt. You can use the natural sea salt, which is also in a salt that can enhance the taste of your meal naturally with over 82 minute nutrients that your body needs to help it heal. Number 2 is spicy food. Yes, very spicy hot foods. You may be enjoying them, on a normal day, but when you are dealing with ailments and you want to reverse them naturally, you need to be low on spicy and hot foods, because your stomach may not like them and it may create things like anxiety attacks, anxiety feelings, and in fact, it will not give you that calmness that your body desires at such a time. Number 3 is caffeine. You can find caffeine in foods like coffee, foods like bitter cola. On a normal day, you may be enjoying them, but when you are dealing with disease, beware of them. Caffeine is a stressor. It will drain much water from your cells. Your body will need more water to operate or to run, and it can create things like anxiety feelings. When you are indulging in caffeine, you can find them in teas like black teas. Yes, even a little amount in green tea. There are other natural sources that you can find caffeine. Just beware of them. Number 3, leafy teas. Yes, leafy teas are low in calorie. Yes, you can enjoy them, and all of them, and also most of the leafy teas we talk about are in the black tea, green tea category. But there are also healthier ones like herbal teas. You can find those ones like lemongrass tea. Those are herbal teas. But the leafy teas that you can find in tea bags, a good number of them in tea bags, and then you just have to sip them in your hot water and take. Avoid them. They are stressors, especially those managing heart ailment. The bags with which they bag these teas, some of them are not healthy. Some of the materials used in putting in bagging the teas are not healthy. So when we take the leafy teas that are in tea bags, they create more stressing environment for us. By so doing, they are hindering our reversing that disease. They are creating stressing environment within us. Sometimes they trigger things like coughing, slight coughing. I've had that on a few occasions just by taking some of these teas in bags. So if you are trying to reverse that ailment, you must be aware of the bagged tea bags. Occasional herbal teas are okay. Like in case you want to take teas like papaya tea, just take it straight, fresh, and then boil and drink. You can also do the same thing with lemongrass. But the leafy teas in bags, especially those will come with some form of caffeine in it, like black tea. They are the most common ones. Black teas, green teas. They are not, good source of nutrients that we need to heal disease. Though they are low in calorie, they can help to bring in more, make you to take more water or more fluid. But because of that little caffeine in most of the teas, they are stressors. They are no good area. Then the next stressor are the carbohydrates. Yes, the carbohydrates are stressors. When you are trying to manage it, they put more weight on your body. They give your body more work to do. So when you are managing ailment and you go eat things like a heavy amount of carbohydrates are not the building blocks. The body needs more protein and healthy fats. So when you take more of the carbohydrates in large amounts, when you are managing any ailment, you are bringing in stressors. It's among the foods that are stressors. The next one is, that's the number 6, is fried foods. If you are managing a disease or any ailment, my dear, don't fry that food. That sweet potatoes, that plantain, don't eat it until you have overcome that disease. Because frying your food, it makes the food very difficult to digest. And by becoming difficult to digest, it becomes a stressor for you. And so why would you put yourself into more stress? Maybe somebody that is trying to reverse cancer or some form of inflammations, even stomach ulcers. Why would you start taking fried food, fried chicken, fried whatever? And most of the time, they don't even use a good oil to fry these foods. So, my dear, these foods are stressful. And the last one is the one that most of you are consuming without knowing it, and that is the trans fats from vegetable oils. Yes, most of us say, we're not. You may even not be taking the trans fats like butters. These butters, you see them. You see them beautiful commercials in the supermarkets. Vegetable, call it. Beautiful names. You can place them on the bread. We were enjoying them in the days of ignorance. But they are not the healthy fats. And because they are not, they come with a lot of weight. Yes, those butters, those things we call margarines, those things we call vegetable oils in the market. Yes, most of the oils are in that category. They are in the group of stressors, because oils are also stressors, except it is the right kind of fat. And so if you are trying to reverse a disease, you're trying to reverse an ailment, you need to be aware of them. And you cannot only avoid them by just avoiding them in your kitchen or your cooking. When you consume bread, processed foods, most of them are hidden in this food. Even your biscuits, most of the processed foods we take on a daily basis, they come with these vegetable oils. They come with even salt. And that's why we will add the 8th one also to the list of the stressors. Processed foods. Yes. And this processed food includes most of the what we call morning cereals. Fast foods in the morning. You call it morning cereals. But be aware of them. A good number of them come with these vegetable oils as trans fats hidden in them. Some of you say you are taking crackers. Yes, that cracker is light. It's one of your most acidic foods as stressors. Please, if you are trying to reverse a disease or you are currently managing an ailment, please do yourself some good. Stay away from foods that stresses you, that stresses your body, that stresses your organ. When you avoid them, then you are putting your body on the path of recovery and regaining or restoring your internal balance, which you may have lost unknowingly. And this is the problem with a good number of us. When we have lost that balance internally and begin to have those symptoms, and we say we are sick. Don't bring in those acidic foods that stresses your body. Those trans fats, those caffeines, those leafy teas, some of them are not bad food in the real sense. On a normal day, you can enjoy them. But honestly, when your immune system is low, when you are trying to reverse a disease, when you are dealing with a chronic disease, a life-threatening disease, my dear, these foods mentioned here, it is better to save this video if you have somewhere to save it. Save it because you may need to refer to it. You may need to look at the list. Avoid the stressor foods if you are managing any ailment, especially those that are degenerating, in order to reverse that disease. Don't forget, food remains our medicine. Moderation is our rule. And if you like this message, click the subscription button so that whenever I upload another one, you'll be notified. Thanks for watching.